What's up, everybody? Welcome to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, but we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And it's today, what's the day? It's Baby Friday. Let me share the show, everybody. I keep forgetting to do that. Let me share the show. Let me get out of there. Hold up and share this show. Where is that? Okay, Robert had it and popped up. Let me share the show. And then we're gonna get right into this thing. We we gonna get right into this thing today. Let's see if I got anything else I want to share right quick. Let's see. We're gonna get right into it. We gonna get it moving. We're gonna get the moving and the grooving. Brad, what's up, baby? Brad, are you back yet? Uh, I was just looking through some, Brad. Hold up, let me go over to YouTube. Hold up. My bad. I gotta go over to YouTube and share it over there too. Okay. Brad, are you back? Let me know. Interesting show today, y'all. Oh my goodness. This show might take a whole lot of turns and twists and turns. That Moody, did you see is something out there that's relevant? Do you see something that's out there that's in the news? Because I really enjoyed listening to y'all yesterday and how y'all think. I really did. And I like to comment. We're going to do that again today. I just need to find somebody with some interesting topics and, and I ain't afraid to share them. I know y'all be a little nervous. I my bark is worse than my bite. I promise you. I just be talking stuff. Joe Lewis is Baby Friday. I just be talking stuff. Rod Wells, what you got? Rod Wells tonight, right? Tonight, Greg Wise at 6:00 at Barnett Stadium. Greg Wise has a chance to win his 1,000th game. Who does he play against tonight? Rod Wells? We can go get that. We can go and talk about that right now. Joe Lewis, what's up, though? Corey, what's up, baby? Oh, you want to talk about Bill? Okay, we'll table that. I mean, Corey, you really want to talk about white on white crime? Hey, I mean, do you really want to talk about that, Brandon Weefall? Do you really want to talk about? You know why they? But Corey, come on, man. You know what? For Corey, it's the media, and the media people vote for that, Corey. So guess what, Corey? When the media vote, they don't like Belichick. You see, Belichick, you have do me a favor. Go. He said, "What's the movie about?" Preview before the what football movie? No, I haven't seen it. Yates versus Cashmere. Okay, that's tonight. Yates versus Cat. I would love to go. I just don't like to go in that neighborhood. I'm sorry, Rod Wells. I mean, I just don't like to go out there, man. I'm serious. But I was just thought about something. You can't treat people wrong for all of these years and talk crazy to them and then expect for them same people and they got the power to vote you in something. Corey, put yourself in that position. He gonna get in next year, but they just letting him know you ain't getting in first year. He gonna get in next year. But I'm glad you brought that up, Corey, because I want people to understand. I'm not feeling sorry for no Bill Belichick. Now I'm gonna tell you in person, like if like he treat me nice, cause I know one of his players, so I mean he was cool with me. I'm just expressing. I'm sitting there watching. I'm sitting there thinking about who actually votes for this stuff. It's some sorry ass media guys. Bunch of old white men. And they grumpy old white men just like he is. And he's a little grumpier than they are. And he don't like the way they treat him. I mean, they don't like the way he treated him. And that's just my opinion. That's the only way I can say that happened. That's the only way I can say that happened. You know, something else might happen. No, I don't know about the Prairie View A&M movie. I don't know nothing about that one. He said, congratulations to the Chicago legend and perhaps the best player to come out of Chicago. The best player to come out of Chicago, Mark Aguirre, is the best player to come out of Chicago. He was better than Isaiah Thomas. That's Moody. You been drinking? Boom, what's up, boy? I hit you last night, boom. Baby Fry, hello, Miss Belinda. Boom, he said, it's a before segregation movie by Prairie View town on football and tech. No, I haven't seen that. No, Isaiah Thomas, man. Isaiah Thomas. Rod Strickland went better than Rod Strickland is from New York, man. Corey, what are you talking about, man? Rod Strickland from New York. I don't know where the hell Dallas Comedy is. Yeah, he was terrible. Isaiah Thomas, man. I don't know what y'all. I like y'all comments. Some of y'all just be outlandish. But what's up? I see you, Daryl Anderson, on your TA Travels. Let's see anybody else say something. What's up? What else? What else y'all got for me? What else? Eric, you got something? Anybody else got something? Give me something else. We talked about Belichick. I mean, that's easy. Belichick was easy for him. Give me something. Give me something hard. Mark was a beast, yeah, but he wasn't Isaiah Thomas. Mark would tell you I wasn't Isaiah Thomas. I got you. But he's a Chicago legend. But I don't think he's the best player to come out of Chicago. No. What's the criteria? Many say Mark Isaiah is the best. Isaiah gave the nod to Mark. Come on, man. And Mark will probably get a nod to Isaiah. Come on, man. Everybody know. Come on, your eyes can see. Now, yes, they got a list of them, but ain't nobody like Isaiah. Y'all, if it was somebody better than Isaiah, I'll tell you. What's up, Haddle? We Super Bowl bound. Josh Jones, Bush High School. Let's go. You sure is. I saw your family up there, Seattle. I'm cheering for Seattle anyway. I wouldn't cheer for Bob Kraft. Much money as he gave. I'm just gonna pose a question to y'all. I'm gonna talk to my people right now. Okay. All right, hold on. I'm gonna talk to y'all. Okay. All right. If you don't have a team in this Super Bowl, okay? If you don't, and you're wondering who to pull for, okay? I think the choice, especially if you follow this show, I think the choice is pretty clear. Oh, he played at DePaul. No, we said Chicago Legacy. See, Corey, hold on, Corey, you messed up. Corey, let me help you out. You missed the assignment. Your ass got an F in the assignment. Hold up. Damn, why they keep moving my stuff around, Corey? Why's that? They keep moving my stuff around, and I got to size it again. Leave my stuff alone. Whoever doing it. Hold up, y'all. Hold on. Sonya ain't came on yet. It's her birthday. Her birthday. She probably still birthdaying around here. That was the comment. We ain't talking about no damn Rod Strickland. Rod Strickland ain't from Chicago. He said I messed up. Billy Harris was man. This man talking about Billy Harris. Billy Harris. Who in the hell is Billy Harris, man? Man, you got to be drunk. But hold on, let me get back to this. Mr. Jones, Bobby Jones, I know, boy, I know you're a big Josh. Is Josh playing? I mean, I ain't been keeping up with Josh lately. I ain't lying, cause I know he was at last time I remember him, he was with the Cardinals, and I ain't caught up with him since. But if you don't have listen, if you don't have a team in the Super Bowl, I'm talking to you and I'm talking to your friends. If you don't have a team in the Super Bowl and you're wondering who to pull for, I think the choice is very, very clear. Go Seahawks. And I'm gonna get your thoughts. I'm gonna just give you some information. Robert Kraft donated $1 million to the Trump inauguration. So ain't no telling what. Okay? Hold up. But Jody Allen, Paul Allen's sister, who owns Seattle and owns Portland, no Trump contributions found at all. And she leads major philanthropic foundations, education, arts, and sciences. She does stuff for the community. That dude that he donated to is breaking and tearing up the community and locking people up. Let's not even go there. So, if you don't have a team to cheer for in the Super Bowl, I'm just giving you some information because you might not have this. And Doug Jones, I know he's just a fan. So fans are the root word for fanatic. So they're gonna vote. Well, I gotta go with it. Hey, my boy used to play for him. I done been to the Super Bowl with him and everything. But when I know better, I do better. I don't mess with Kraft no more. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. All right. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I'm just giving to you straight. See, some of us, hey, I'm down with BJ. Tell him I said, what's up, man? Hey, JD, tell both of my boys I said, what's up, man? Hey, y'all gonna mess around and y'all gonna sneak out there and find me. I'm gonna call. If I can, see, TSU got me hemmed up, man. Because I call the games for TSU. So it's just hard for me because I'm not coming way to Santa Clara. I'm not coming to the West Coast and not go see my grandson and then come out there to the game. I can't. But I got to sneak out there for one day. I got to sneak out there for one day. But I'll call you and let you know when I'm going. But let me keep going. What was that? What was that? So I'll get back to this because it's things that I believe all of us should do today. I think we should check your voter registrations. I think you should tell your U.S. House representative it's time to impeach Kristi Noem. I think it's time for your U.S. senators, call them and tell them it's time to impeach Kristi Noem. If you don't know who she is, Noem, Noem. One of Trumpers, dumbass Trump girls who kissed Trump behind. He gave her this important ass position. She don't know what the hell she doing. She just up there doing anything Trump tell her to do. She one of them. She a Trumper. She a Project 2025 girl. Impeach her. And then fourth thing, I want you to commit to removing every Republican you can from legislation office this November. We got to. I know we're going to talk sports, but this is like we're in a barbershop. We got to talk about this stuff sometime because some of y'all ain't going to never talk about it until you come on here. So that's what we got to do. We got to get that done. He talking about a triple overtime at Summer Creek. I'm talking about check your damn registration. Tell your House of Representatives to impeach Kristi Noem. Tell your senator, U.S. Senator, to impeach Kristi Noem, and commit to every Republican you can to get their ass out of office by November. And have a good, productive day, everybody. So now we can get to talking about triple overtime at Summer Creek and C.E. King. Oh, okay. Triple overtime. What happened in the game? Tell me. Politics affect what? Politics affects sports. Thank you, Corey. Dang it. It affects everything. It affects who pays for the stadium. Now we can talk about it. Now tell me what happened. Tell me what happened at the game. Triple overtime in Summer Creek. Give me something. Somebody texted me last night and said my young fella went off last night. Let me see what he said last night. He said, C. King and Summer Creek went into triple overtime. Reggie Rito finished with 34 points. Could have easily had 44. He missed some free throws and some chip shots. You got me? So what else we got? Mark McGrath put DePaul on the map and dominated college basketball but that ain't what you said. You know what you said? This is what you said. That is Moody. Wait. He said, you said that he was Chicago, Mark McGrath's term, to perhaps the best player to come out of Chicago. I just can't see it. Not the best player. Now you want to talk about all this other stuff, it's cool. But you said the best player. That's why I always tell you, I don't get into the who better Jordan, who better LeBron. I never get into the best player. What I do, I give a player and I give why I like him, and I give some valid points. Just cause how did he dominate basketball? How did he dominate college basketball? From 78, I was right. How did he dominate? I don't know. I don't know about dominating college basketball. Didn't he have somebody on his team that was pretty good too? Who did Terry Cummings play for? I forgot. But Ed Harris, what else happened, man? What else happened? Anybody else? Keep going, Thad. Keep going. Anybody else? Let me get back to my list if y'all ain't talking about that. Let me, because I have a little list of stuff that I want to share with you. Yo! Is Kingston Flemings a Player of the Year candidate? I think he is. I'm sold. You see how I do it, Eric? I think I'm so dominate. Not dominate now. Ain't but one ever dominated. And his name is Lou Alcindor Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He dominated. Hold up. This is what you call dominating, ladies and gentlemen. You know, let me put it up there. Because I'm using my man's words. He said dominated. Kareem Lou Alcindor didn't lose a game in college. 3 championships in a row. Would have had 4, but he couldn't play as a freshman. And his freshman team that he was on, I don't know who the rest of them guys were. They beat the varsity team that also won the national championship when he was a freshman. And the freshman team beat them because of Lou Alcindor. Ain't nobody. That's the only person that ever dominated college basketball. When you said dominated, just say he had a nice little run. But you said dominated? Come on, Thaddeus. Come on, baby. You got to do, come on, baby. You're talking to Robert Hatter now. We in the barbershop. Did anybody know that? Did anybody on this feed not know that that's how you dominate? Kareem Abdul didn't lose a game in college. Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, no, that was Bill Ralph. Did he lose to Elvin Hayes? That one game to Elvin Hayes. Might have been one game. Or was that a different era? But he won 3 years in a row. Man, Kingston balling. See, now y'all want me, I got to look it up now. Man, hold up, man. Because I don't like to get out no bad dope. But I know it was pretty close. Has anyone else dominated basketball? Not like that. Terry Common. Thank Ivan Petty. Thank Ivan Petty. You know I knew what I was. You know I knew what I was just needing. He lost that one game. Sure did. And hold up. Here they cheated him. They lost the game here, didn't they? Hold up. Hold up. How many games? How many games? Many games did Lou Alcindor? Because he was still Lou then, right? Alcindor lose in college. That dude was cold. Okay, he led the charge of Chicago basketball players to stay at home. Okay, I like that. I like that. I like that. Oh, he lost 2 games, y'all. They was 88-2. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They were they were 88-2. Hey, oh, he was injured. That's right. I know something was wrong. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. They lost to USC by 2 points and lost to Houston by 2 points. So that man there is 5 points away from being never losing. Y'all, that's dominating. But let's get back to Mark Aguirre. Now we can talk about it. Hold up. He led the charge of Chicago basketball players staying at home. Okay, all right. And protected our city. He put the Paul basketball on the national map. 3 consistent first team. How many championships he win? Because Isaiah won one in college and in the NBA. How many championships he win? Come on, y'all. What's the criteria? Melvin the dudes that went and found it for me. Melvin dudes, do y'all ever think about how good that dude was, man? I don't think wait a minute. Hold up. I think his high school won 3 years in a row too. Power Memorial. I think they won championships every year he was there too. Dude, dude. See, and y'all be always talking these other people goats and goats and goats and goats and all these goats. Y'all better not leave that goat out. Hey, I'm always gonna put him on the list. Y'all, I used to love this dude, man. I ain't gonna tell you no stuff. I used to love just Lou Alcindor. If everybody tried to do Lou Alcindor, then he would change his name on y'all. Him and Muhammad, 2 of my favorite guys in the whole world. Hayes, watch this. Hayes, who was averaging 37 points a game, hit to only 10 points in that game. Hayes didn't have a 10 points. When we talk about the GOAT, yeah. He said, damn, had to log off because politics affects the money overseas. I'm doing work in Syria and Iran, but got to send Brazilian players because U.S. is making it unsafe for us. See, it's affecting Corey's business. Corey, I'm gonna get cranked back up. Corey, we got to have a meeting next week. That man said, hold up, man. You constantly talking about these consistency, All-American, final appearance in his friend. I said, did he win a championship? Hey, user, what's your name? User who asked about Bill Belichick. What's your name? Hey, what's your name? Did I cover? Who? What? Because they got just look what they got your name up there like just user. What's your name so I can tell you? I'm disappointed because I think you can't write. I was told the Hall of Fame is a place where if you can't write the history of the game without this player in it. You follow me? The history of the game can't be finished writing without having Bill Belichick in it. That means you got to take out Teddy Bruschi, you got to take out Ty Law, you got to take out all of these guys. You got to take out because all of those guys were beneficiaries of what Bill Belichick did. But Bill Belichick, what this is a lesson, user, Jay, whoever you are, Jay. I would like for you to put your name up there so I can know who I'm talking about. Jay, Bill Belichick was an asshole, man. And he treated the press bad. And the press is the people who vote you in. And there's enough of them get together and they get a tight little group of old white guys. And they get together and they say, look, he gonna get in next year. Okay? But we got the power to keep his clown ass out of there this year with his, and they probably jealous he got the young gal too. You follow me? So it's Jay, whoever you are. He said, list all your broadcast stations because I'm missing the chats. Oh, just YouTube. YouTube. We on YouTube too, Corey. Corey, we on YouTube. Like this guy just came from YouTube. We just on YouTube and Facebook. That's all. We ain't gonna, I'm not gonna do all of them. Just these two. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. But I hope that answered your question. I answered it once, but since I didn't know your name, please put your name up there though. But YouTube, Chop Shop Htx. Chop Shop Htx, like Houston, Texas. All right, what else I had to say? Hey, what y'all gonna do? Because right around the corner soon is Black History Month. What do we want to do every day? What we want to talk about? Mark Aguirre averaged 36 points, 16 right his senior. But you said the best player to come out of. We ain't talking about what he averaged. The more concern will build, not the more concern will Bill not get in the no black coaches getting open. They more concerned. Dude, you know what I done learned about this Rooney Rule and Rooney was an old rotten ass white man too now. Don't get it twisted. But I did say he wasn't great. Y'all see, y'all keep not one time. See, this is what people are not listening to me. I didn't say Mark Aguirre was not great. I didn't say he wasn't a bad boy. But he ain't dominated college basketball. And he, to me, wasn't the best player come out of Chicago. No. I ain't say he wasn't bad. Why should Flores have been a coach? Give me a reason why Flores should have been a coach. Ed Harris. We can talk about, I told y'all, let's share the show. We can talk about this today. Why should Flores, because he put it up there on the screen. Let me put it up. He said Flores should have been a coach. And then Melvin Dews said we should be concerned. Well, how we gonna be concerned with no black coaches getting the job? What can we do, Melvin Dews? Don't no black people on a team. Those Melvin Dews, whatever company you got, ain't nobody gonna come and tell you who to hire. Let me repeat that. Ain't nobody gonna come to 610 Sports Management and tell Corey McCoy who to hire. Ain't nobody gonna come and tell Edward Harris who to hire. So how in the hell, if I'm an owner of a team, I'm worried about who you telling me who to hire? What's his name? Haslam at Cleveland? Everybody, all his advisors told him, man, I want you, I want this one, I want this guy, I want this guy. He said, bump y'all, I want Todd Monken. Y'all got to realize, we don't have no power. We the guys that sign the back of the checks. Those guys sign the front of the checks. You have no power. You're constantly watching, you're constantly doing it, you're constantly buying the products that support these teams. Dude, you can get on Twitter and say it all you want to. I used to be concerned about it, but then I thought about it. Ain't nobody gonna tell me who to put on this show or who to do. Ain't nobody telling me nothing. And if I was a billionaire, – Y'all follow me? What? Black History Month started next month. You know the days are short. Give me some things that we can do. And don't forget, February what? The 5th, right? Am I right? February 16th? February 16th, March the 5th. February the 16th is Chop Shop Day, Southern University versus TSU at TSU Gym. Ain't no excuses. Ain't no excuses. Put in your time now. Tell your husband, we're going out for Valentine's Day on Valentine's Day, but we at TSU. Chop Shop. It's Chop Shop Day that day. He said a Weather Channel and HBCU go on a Barron Allen. Yeah, that's power. Y'all, it's 32 owners. It's 32 of them. But we're going to get back to the Kwanzaa stuff next week. I'm starting back next week. We're going to get back to the Kwanzaa word of the day. We need to. What was the question? I missed it. He said, this was one of the questions. He said, they more concerned with Bill not getting in than no black coaches getting 8 jobs. Guess the Rooney Rule. No, the Rooney Rule, it's not extinct. The Rooney Rule, let me explain it to you, Melvin dudes. I'm glad I looked at that. The Rooney Rule don't say you got to hire no black coach. The Rooney Rule only states, let me help y'all out now. It only states that you got to interview an executive position. Coach, GM, if it's an opening, you have to at least two black candidates in. And guess what? They've done that. The Rooney Rule is still in effect. It's not extinct. They brought the guys in there and just said, I don't want their ass. How about that? How about that? Are y'all getting me? See, we got to be a little bit smart. We got to start critically thinking. Again, I keep saying it. Maybe we're going to get it one day. But just think about that. Who gonna come and tell big coach, hey man, you got to hire him. You got to hire him. No. These black candidates just listen. These black coaches, when they get these jobs, they got to put other black coaches in power. And they got to win. And yeah, and these sorry ass players got to start playing hard for them. Like they play for them other guys. Hello? Did y'all did I stutter? Let me give me a drink of water right quick. Boy, it's good. It's good. Anybody else? See, what we gonna do for Black History Month? Y'all think of it. Y'all don't have to give it to me today. Just say, Robert, this is a good idea. Let's do this. I give y'all so much information on this show that one of my partners said, man, you giving these people too much. But what I told him, I said, I'm going to tell you all you know. I ain't going to tell you all I know. See, I'm smart enough to never tell somebody everything because I might be educating the enemy. Whoa! I ain't going to tell y'all everything because I might be educated. It's the enemy watching this show too. Well, y'all gonna get that one on the way home. Y'all get that one on the way home. If that is Moody, you and Eric, y'all gonna have a distinct advantage over me because y'all know the Chicago landscape. But to me, I wasn't thinking about Chicago basketball. And every time, the name that's synonymous to me with Chicago basketball is Isaiah Thomas. That's all I mean. That's it. But Brandon, we follow. He said that's bars. Brandon, I'm real about it though. Never tell somebody everything. You might be educating the enemy. I'll give y'all a little bit. It's the enemy watching too. Don't get it twisted. Everybody ain't watching this show. Listen, everybody ain't watching this show because they like Chop Shop. They like me and Jimmy. Let me keep going. Don't forget tonight, Greg Wise going for his 1,000th win. Wow. You can witness history tonight. Coach Wise goes for 1,000 wins tonight at 6 o'clock at Barnett. If I had a driver and security guard, I'll come out there. Fob, what you said that part? I don't know what part I said, Fob. You know I keep talking. I don't know what part I said, Doc. I don't know what side. Let me see. Anything else? Anything there? Okay. Did y'all get it? I saw some stuff, y'all. I don't know where I'm going with it. Hey, shout out to Miami basketball. Shout out to Jay Lucas. Shout out to John Lucas and his family. I know John is putting that they balling, man. Man, they snatched victory out of the jaws of defeat last night. I mean, they could have rolled over and played dead. This Sheldon Henderson gonna be pretty good. It's gonna take him a while if he's trying to go to the next level, but he's playing pretty good. He's playing defense the way he keep on playing. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you Sebastian Williams Adams. Let me tell you something. I saw the way they was talking about him the other day. I saw the way he was talking about him. He if that kid just steady improve. This summer gonna be a very important summer for him. I got to make sure family know this. This is somebody from that family usually watch the show, but that young kid, if he progressed the way I think he can, they ain't got to worry about this little NIL ass money that people be hollering about. He got another 3-letter word he can be playing in with his skill set. But everything got to go right. But let me keep going. He said, I think Jordan going to eventually own an NFL team. No, he's not. Jordan is not going to be an owner for an NBA team, an NFL team. He sold his damn NBA team. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you ever need a shuttle service, I got one for y'all. Call me. Got one for you. Need transportation. I got one for you. I got some for you. I email me. I think Jordan is going to eventually own an NFL team. Why? He was terrible at owning the damn NBA team. Why would you think Michael Jordan going to eventually own an NFL team? First of all, they got to vote his black ass in. That's 32 white guys got to vote one black guy in it. Thank that boy, no. It's a club. They got to vote you in. They got to think about expansion. Where I'm gonna expand to? I'm not expanding. I ain't gonna. What you gonna sell? Somebody gonna buy a team from them? Them people ain't selling their team. They print money. King Sticks, you've been listening to this show too long. I don't think. No. You've been had this show turn on and just come in. Your ass ain't been listening what I've been telling you over these years. So I ain't gonna even talk to you no more. Players need to play hard for black coach. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. You're right. You're right. You're right. Uh, no, Mike Jordan ain't doing that. Let me keep going. Okay, let me see what my man said. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Hey, this is my favorite part of the show. Cause I can forget about everything I had. I want to say Nelson Peterson Jr., younger brother of former NFL MVP Adrian Peterson, has signed a national letter of intent to play quarterback for Texas Southern University. Oh, okay. Shout out to him. Thank you. Shout out to uh, Nelson Peterson Jr. He'll be over there on the yard. Let me keep going. The NFL owners would not allow him in their club. NFL wouldn't let Trump in. Why would they let Jordan in? King 60. Barry McDonald, my main man, is in the building. Uh, uh, he he will never be accepted because NASCAR, those owners have buddies. Oh boy, y'all, I like how y'all talk. Ain't nobody say he watching the game. I'm just telling you, dude. Michael Jordan don't really want, man, y'all don't understand. Michael Jordan just want to play golf, drink, and smoke cigars. Y'all, I'm telling you, I don't blame him. He's not a good owner. He's not that. No, he just no. No. Great man now, but you know what, y'all? I saw something, and I was wrestling with this, y'all, yesterday. Went out, hit me some golf balls today because the weather been bad. Hit me some golf balls yesterday. When I'm out there, I'm just thinking. I'm thinking. And I was waiting for my shot one time, and then this um, popped up at me. I was thinking about Reverend Jeremiah Wright. Um, that was Obama's pastor in Chicago, right? And I happen to know him before that because he's a great friend of Mr. Lawson's Wheeler Avenue Baptist Church. So he used to always come every year he come to Houston for Wednesday of the Word. They have Wednesdays in the Word. And I used to I wasn't a member of the church, but Wednesday in the Word is like once every year, every once a month, every Wednesday, they bring in guest pastors. So I was fascinated by Reverend Jeremiah Wright, one of the most intelligent preachers, one of the most intelligent men. I mean, oh my God, I think he had, what city in? Is he in Chicago? Is he in Chicago? What city's he in? I think he's in Chicago. He in a major city. Great. When I tell you, he was a great man. But I happened to listen. I'm on the golf course yesterday, right? I always have my earphones. Everybody, I always have, because I don't listen to music. I listen to stuff that enlightens me. I listen to stuff. I listen to books. I listen while I'm out there. And but I remember he played a key part in the race against Obama's first time. Got to remember, Obama, first time I ever gave money to a presidential campaign in my life. Obama came to Houston. I was one of the people, part of a group. We got a chance to meet him. So I knew a lot about Jeremiah Wright, and I knew about him coming to be with on Wednesday of the Word. But this one of the most brilliant men I've ever encountered. So, but I'm just listening. I'm listening. And I'm listening. And I'm listening. And I'm listening, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm on the golf course and I listened to his sermon. You remember they found a sermon that he said something about America. And they tried to hold that against Barack Obama. This changed the whole campaign. I'll never forget it. Everybody was talking, we got to get in front of it. We got to get, how did y'all miss that? How did y'all miss it? Because the people were supposed to find everything like that so they can address it. And his team missed it. And Hillary was going to use it. Hillary was using it against him. So, yeah, Hillary was a dirty politician now. So she used it against. That's why a lot of people didn't like to vote for her, because her and Barack had that name. But Barack said some key. Everybody was going crazy around him. He said, hold up. Says I have some time. Let's talk about race. Let's go. Let's talk about race. But this is the sermon. I'm going to give you 2 minutes, y'all. And I was listening to this yesterday, and it got me. Watch this. Because, and the reason I'm playing it, when it went viral years ago, somebody, some white evangelical, they said this sermon was pathetic. The white the guys who talking about Trump is God's man, them people. They said, and then the dude said, then one of the white evangelist preachers said, after much debate, he kept disagreeing with his black preachers. They be talking, these preachers be talking. But the preacher said, that white evangelical preacher sent him a message and sent him this clip again and said, man, I was wrong. Dr. Jeremiah Wright was prophetic. Ladies and gentlemen, please know that you can be both loved and criticized in America simultaneously. Watch this.
God does not lie. Where governments change, God does not change. And I'm through now. But let me leave you with one more thing. Governments fail. The government in this text, comprised of Caesar, Quirinius, Pontius Pilate, Pontius Pilate. The Roman government failed. The British government used to rule from east to west. The British government had a Union Jack. She colonized Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria, Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad, and Hong Kong. Her navies ruled the 7 seas all the way down to the tip of Argentina in the Falklands. But the British government failed. The Russian government failed. The Japanese government failed. The German government failed. And the United States of America government, when it came to treating her citizens of Indian descent fairly, she failed. She put them on reservations. When it came to treating her citizens of Japanese descent, as long as she tries to act like she is God and she is supreme. Where government...
That's the sermon. Some of y'all, it's the first time y'all ever heard it, but that's the one that caused a big fuss. And I'm telling you, it just popped up on my feed. And I just wanted to share with y'all today, because of the stuff that's going on out here, man. I'm thinking about the guy up there in Minnesota, the same place that George Floyd got killed. And then they go, and now we got footage where just a couple of weeks ago, this same guy who they killed got into it with them ICE agents, the same ones, and they broke his rib. Now we see why they did him. I mean, then they come back and killed the guy. So he's more than a skilled orator, Harold Tillman. He's an anointed orator. He's more than skilled. Anybody can be skilled. The words he said breaks the yokes. He's anointed. That man, he's different. He's different. He skill, yeah, skills. People can work on skills. The stuff he got, he can't lose with the stuff he used. But I just wanted to share that with y'all because it just kept playing. It just kept playing and just kept playing in my mind. And And I was just thinking about this, man. It was prophetic, yes. This stuff is crazy out here, man. And that's why I keep telling y'all we're in power. When I tell y'all, when I put this thing across the screen, and y'all know I don't do this a lot, but when I have some scrolling across the screen, I want everybody that watch the Chop Shop every day just click on here for nothing, for free. We don't have to charge them nothing. At least go to that website and buy something and support the Anthony Lawrence collection. I mean, for real. I could listen. No way I can come watch your show. I come wherever you at. Say, Robert Hatter, I'm coming and getting from you. See, y'all. This is why I keep telling y'all we can't be in a toxic relationship. Toxic relationship is one side gives all the time, and the other side just take. Yo, we got the man. Think about it. TSU didn't. I said, man, why ain't you got TSU? I kept seeing Deion Sanders and everybody in this I call it leisure, not leisure, luxury items. These luxury items that Deion Sanders and everybody. I said, whoa. Then it's a guy in our community is the founder. And TSU, I said, why TSU stuff? He said, well, man, they didn't bite in the beginning. I said, okay. I said, I need some TSU. Went there, they made me a jacket. One of my favorite jackets, right? I mean, I take care. Everybody know I don't let nothing get on that jacket. It's reversible. Then I'm just learning more about the brand and learning about the brand. Talk to the owner. Say, hey, man, let's do something for TSU. And it took a while. It took a while. But then they made the Howler shirts, the H-Town Howler shirts, just for us. We got to intentionally forget all of that. Don't put King Sticks. How many times have you went to Anthony Lawrence collection? Because every day you're putting something up on the screen. Do me a favor, King Sticks, and download. Eric, I know you have. Download this and pay attention to this. You talking about Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson ain't gonna do nothing for you. Nothing. But if you listen to this show over time, I promise you some things gonna happen and change around in your life. And I was just thinking about it. And I was just thinking about Anthony Lawrence collection. And then I had one guy said, Robert, that's a little too flashy for me, the tiger. I'm a little more understated. So then they went and made him something just for him. Or the people who want to just to be understated. And that's let me make it a little bit smaller and take my head off. Just got the, black on black with the Texas Southern seal on it. I can't wait. And you can pre-order that shirt right now. And all you got to do is go to the Anthony Lawrence collection. These the kind of things that move the needle to me. Not whether you done really ref the damn basketball game. Not whether you just telling me who hit some points last night. This is rebuilding a brand. I told y'all how the Jordan brand. If it wasn't for Spike Lee, LL Cool J, they made Nike rich. We think it's just Michael Jordan, but those guys came in the beginning, and Spike Lee in that movie, Brand Jordan didn't give him no gift. He went and bought his own his Jordans, and he didn't take them off. He had a low budget movie, a shoestring budget movie, and he put this man's product. He believed in the product before the proof. Anthony Lawrence got proof. It's a product that you can get behind and believe in it. We just got to understand how we just be intentional about what we do, man, when we go. Just go on the site. Everybody on this show should at least say, oh, okay, all right. I know somebody might like this. Let me send this to them. I know somebody might like this. They go to this school. Hey, they might like to have, I might didn't go to school there. I went to the PWI. Guess what? But I'm wearing TSU stuff. But Anthony Lawrence Collection, man, go to the website. Let's be intentional about it. And it's serious, you know. We just play around with stuff sometimes, but no, that's our stuff. We got our own stuff. We ain't got y'all worry about with them owners. We own that. Melvin News. We can control that. I would have went to them owners and said, man, get us some TSU stuff. Man, forget TSU. Forget TSU. That's what the owners would have told me. But guess what? We got people that look like us and believe in us saying, okay, let's make it happen. See, y'all complain about the stuff that you don't have no control, but you won't support the things that you might have a voice in. And that's what y'all, if I never get nothing done, I want to get our mind, I want to renew our mind from this stinking thinking we doing. And we can't help it. We've been doing it for so long. We just people say we just, they said what they say. Black folks go open up a club and ninjas get it closed down in 2 weeks. We got to proceed with a sense of excellence. A sense of excellence. You follow me? I ain't getting on nobody, but it's a passion to me. When I see people, we complain about what would Melvin do say? We ain't got no black coaches. Ain't nobody hiring no black coaches. But this man hiring black people. How many items you done bought from him? Let me drink on that one. Let me repeat that. This particular man hiring black people. How many items have we bought from him? You know? I mean, think about that. I know y'all, man, no. We got to stop thinking about that. We worried about stuff we can't control. Instead of supporting the things that we do have a say-so in. You follow me? All right, where else I go? Because I got some recruiting stuff, y'all. Somebody sent me this. They told me, with the transfer portal now playing such a major role in recruiting, families need to understand one important truth. Right? It's not where you start, it's where you finish. Unless you are a true, remember I'm saying true 4-star or 5-star prospect, most players are recruited at a level that reflects their current value, not their long-term potential. Parents, I hope you heard this one. Y'all need to share the show on this one because somebody gonna miss. There's some people gonna miss this year if they don't have this information. Unless you are a true, not somebody told you, not your AAU coach told you, or your mammy told you, or your cousin told you was a 5-star, 4-star. When you are a true 4-star, 5-star, I gave y'all some stuff one day about them stars. We'll go back to it one day. Prospect. Most players are recruited at the level that reflects their current values. He said, do they have a PV? Dude, no. They ain't got no PV. Dude, go to the website and look at the website. Here it is one more time. Here it is one more time. Go to the website and they got how to contact us. Send somebody a message and send them that message. I don't know everything they got over there. But if only thing you want after what I just said is a PV Swag Champ hoodies, you missed the point. You missed the point. But let me keep going. Let me keep going. Let me keep going. Let me keep going. Whew. But in recruiting, Gary Carter, I got something for you. Unless you are a true 4-star, a 5-star prospect, right? Most players are recruited at the level that reflects their current value, not their long-term potential. College coaches today are under pressure to win immediately. And the portal has changed how they build rosters. Because of that, recruiting has become more local and regional than ever. Division II, Division III, JUCO, and community colleges are increasingly serving as a developmental system for the Division I programs. You got me? Coaches at higher levels are often looking for stronger, older, mature, and experienced players who can step in and contribute right away. Not just prospects who need years of development. You follow me? That's why the smartest path for many athletes is to choose the level where you can play early. Hope y'all listen to this. Contribute consistently. Develop physically and mentally. I got a young kid, a freshman right now, man. Only reason he don't even understand. Only reason he ain't playing because his mind ain't sped up to the college game yet. He physically can play. You got to be able to be a real game experience, man. Create an opportunity to transfer up if that's the goal. But chasing a logo instead of an opportunity can stall your development, playing time, your confidence, and production. No matter your production matter. Your production matter more than the label on the jersey. Also remember, D2, D3, JUCO, and community colleges typically recruit locally and regionally. There is often no need to travel across the country to be seen by programs that realistically recruit within a smaller footprint. Be seen by the schools that can actually recruit you. Go where you can grow. Then let your game take you higher. Also remember, D2, D3, JUCO, and community colleges typically recruit locally and regionally. There is often no need that, I just did that again. I just said it again, I'm sorry. But there's no need for you to do it. Y'all got me? Parents, y'all got me? Did everybody understand that? If you didn't, raise your hand in the back. Go send these boys all these boys don't need something. sorry ass summer basketball teams going everywhere, man. You want to go where you can play? All right. Let me see. And then I thought about hold on. Ooh, no. C Major. Somebody asked me yesterday. I think it was Melvin Duke. No, what Melvin. Somebody they told me about Todd Monken turning down. You know, I was thinking about Todd Monken, right? The guy who gonna coach Shador. But they say he turned down going to the New York Giants. Harbaugh wanted him to work for him because he played with Harbaugh. He coached with Harbaugh, right, last year. Right? Watch this now. I gotta watch this. Cause I gotta take a look at it. Cause I shot it down yesterday because I, Todd Monken. Mm-hmm. That's all right. Keep on going. Keep on looking. But King Stick. Because somebody asked me about Todd Monken, right? So he turned down Jackson Dart and Harbaugh and the Giants as an offensive coordinator to become Shador's head coach. Could it be that Todd Monken believed Shador is better than Dart? He turned down the offensive coordinator, who's the next step up from to be the head coach at Cleveland, this dysfunctional ass franchise. Reports indicate that the Baltimore Ravens, specifically, with the input from offensive coordinator Todd Monken, had planned to draft Shador Sanders in the 5th round last year, right? However, Sanders, and they admit the camp allegedly informed the team that they did not want to be drafted in a situation to be behind Lamar Jackson, which I understood. Okay. But I just thought about that. Sometimes, and then I read this story, but it was behind a paywall, and I just get tired every time I'm trying to read a damn article, from these local ass newspaper. I can't pay for all of y'all every time. Man, y'all gonna bend them and $9 me to death. But it had this article. It was talking about, according to an AP story, talking about Indiana is the 4th biggest. The state of Indiana has the 4th biggest decline in girls' high school basketball participation since the year 2020. 2000. That's 25 years ago. It's down 39%. Over 4,000 less girls are playing in the they say in the U.S. numbers, they're down 45%. Why are young girls not want to play? Why young girl? Where my man at? Where is Chuck McGowan? Where is Trey Phillips? Do anybody know why is the decline in girls basketball? Huh? Can anybody talk to me? Ah, man, I'm just so sick of this thing. Can anybody tell me? Boy, I got something for y'all, boy, today. I'm trying to see, can I give that to y'all? Would y'all be ready for it? Come on now. Come on now. Do anybody know? Somebody talk to old Rob. It's Thursday, man. We got a little time. We got a little time. Let me refresh this thing, because sometimes Anybody? Anybody comment? Don't anybody know why the girls? Um, hmm. Guess you don't know. Okay. Everybody chasing the bag. Is that why the girls not playing? I don't understand that. What is bag chasing got to do with stop playing? Where they chasing the bag at? Where they chasing the bag at, man? Y'all help me out. You know, where they chasing the bag? He said, I was told by high school girls that they don't like the girls that try to comment them. That's wow. Wow. No, Eric, this might be right. Cause them damn girls get a little aggressive. Them little gay girls, they be a little bit aggressive. Those girls with the alternative lifestyle, they be a little aggressive. I've heard that too, but I didn't know that was a reason. She didn't tell me that's why she didn't want to play. I ain't never think about it like that. Huh. You know what I was thinking about? Follow me this. I saw this. Everybody laughed uh, at Coach Carter. Everybody laughed at Coach Carter until they realized they are the parents in the movie. Glad you told me that, Bob. I'm gonna look into that. Uh, he said that's what numerous of girls told me. They just stopped playing. They rather not deal with it. That makes sense. But everybody laughed at Coach Carter until they realized they are the parents in the movie. Chuck, I got a quick one for you, Chuck. Why is and I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get back to that. I'm gonna get back to that, Bob. But Chuck, why do the young girls? Why is young girl participating in basketball down 45% around USA, 39% in Indiana? I don't know what the percentage is. I know you know. Oh, I'm finna give it to him. I'm finna give it to him. I'm finna give it to him in just a second, Bob. You know I got something for him. Y'all don't understand. I scour research stuff just so I can find stuff to talk to y'all about. But Chuck, just put it up there whenever. Why? We just wonder why these girls saying, man, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal. What is it about women's basketball, young girls basketball that some of these girls just said 45% across the nation said, I don't want to deal with it. I sure want to hear it. But parents on this show, Coach Carter, were mad because he asked for grades, discipline, accountability, and standards. The same thing that parents avoid today. Let's talk about it. You parents, let's talk about it. Dan said, that's why my daughter quit. See, Bob, I know you're not saying it's true, but Dan Morris just said right here, his daughter, that's why his daughter stopped playing. So in her case, it's true. Some environments, lack of commitment to the sports and parents pushing too hard. Yeah, girls don't like for you to push them too hard. That's a good one, Chuck. I'll use that too. What you mean by money is not the same as the boys? What you mean by the money ain't the same? What are you talking about? These girls get money too. Well, I don't know. No, no. You ever heard of Juju Watkins? You ever heard of Caden Clark? You heard of Angel Reese? Angel Reese was getting more than the boys. I said, my thing was why the young girls, 45% of them around the U.S., are not getting into basketball. I ain't talking about the money. Why, at least try to get the money. They don't, money ain't gonna, no. No, yeah, that ain't good one. That ain't a good one. But let me get back, because I was talking about, everybody used to laugh at Coach Carter until they realized that they are the parents in the movie. And my first statement was, parents are mad because he asked for, in this movie, I'm sitting there watching the movie last night. In the movie, he asked for grades, he asked for discipline, he asked for accountability, he asked for standards. The same things that the parents avoid today. The parents was mad at him. I don't open that thing, take that chain off that lock. Our boys want to play. But your son is the dumbest ass kid in the school. Back then, y'all, they said it was town hall meetings. Now it's Instagram rants the parents be, Facebook rants, Twitter blame. Coach don't like my kid. The internet, different platform, same problem. Wow. Wow. The reason parents hated Coach Carter is the same reason athletes aren't getting opportunities now. Somebody else talk to me other than Fob and Chuck McGowan. Come on, Ed Harris. I'm just making you think. You got to give me more. Dan Morris, give me more. Eric Harrison, don't get quiet on me now. I know you might be doing something. King Stick, you can stay where you at. You good. You good, King Stick. You good. Gary Carter. This man said in Chicago, the winningest basketball coach in Illinois history, boys and girls, Dorothy Gathers of Marshall High School, retired, and no girls come out for trial. Wow, retired, and no girls came out for trials. Also, Corey Irvin went to coach in college. Wow. As a coach, I make my players' schedules. I know the teachers and what they need to graduate. I also, but that's you. I hope all coaches like that. He said when I said environment, I meant coaches align certain relationships and things that happen without addressing it. Oh, coaches program have to have rules in place. Oh my God. See, now I know I should have brought this subject up. Keep talking and choke the guy. Keep talking. I knew I needed you and Trey Phillips. I don't know what Trey Phillips said. Then he said some girls quick to focus on one sports. Parent can't keep up with basketball, softball, and absolutely, and cheer. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Because this stuff is expensive out here. You're right. That's a good one too. But back to these parents. The reason these parents hate Coach Carter so much, I'm going back and thinking about it. These parents hate it. It's the same reason athletes are not getting opportunities now. Not politics, not favoritism, not the coach, lack of standards at home. And Robert had been saying this on 9 years on this show. And I can't tell you how to raise your kid, but it's a lack of standards at home. When you go argue with the coach, when the coach just asking for proper grades and discipline and accountability and standards, and you get mad at the coach, It's a lack of standards at home. My first year at Bishop Byrne, I had 7 players. They lost 1 game. That's because I had morality rules. Wow. It's Coach Dan right here. See, everyone wants D1. Everyone wants offers. Everyone wants NIL. Everybody wants exposure. But they won't enforce sleep. They won't enforce the grades. They won't enforce training consistency. They won't enforce nutrition. And they don't enforce accountability. The gap is why opportunity dies. Quit blaming the coaches don't like you. When standards don't exist at home, coaches become the enemy and the athlete pays the price. I'm sick of our young kids paying the price. Coach Carter wasn't anti-basketball. He was anti-false hope. Without structure, that's still the lesson. Great athletes don't come from hype. Gary Carter can't do no video of you if you can't play. How he can do the video and you can pay him for the video, but ain't no coach gonna come get you if your ass can't play. Great athletes don't come from hype. They come from structure, standards, accountability, daily habits no one sees. It's still true in every sports, in every level. He said, hold on, let me put it up. Let me get y'all comments. I never understand people who say the coach don't like me. Coach don't like losing either. Oh my God, that's good. That's a bar. Y'all come out bars, that's a bar. What's up there? Oh, what's up? Paul Moran, I don't know where you been, boy. We been rocking and rolling over here, baby. Paul, we just talking about standards. I was watching Coach Carter the other day, Paul Moran, and I just thought about these parents around here. I just said, everybody laughed at Coach Carter until they realized that they are the parents that's in the movie. The parents were mad because he asked them for what? Grades, discipline, accountability, and standards. The same things parents avoid now. Eric Harris says standards at home are great when you are focused on what you can get right now, not willing to sacrifice with discipline to gain the long-term success. Wow. Wow. Man, so great athletes come from volleyball, softball, track, mom, and basketball, football, dad. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Hey, I wish I was thinking like that. Neither one of my kids' mom was an athlete. They couldn't play dead in the Tarzan movie. Uh, they I was thinking about it though, Paul. I was thinking about it. Where else I want to go? Man, where else I want to go? Y'all, I was thinking about, when Martin Luther King birthday coming up. I mean, just passed. Um, Black History Month is coming up. And I asked y'all, what's some things we can do? But, I was just thinking about something. I try to be a critical thinker. Lakeisha, you came on at the right time. He said a grassroots community is parents, players, programs, refs, all have to be educated. Oh my God. Yes, I just had that the other day to change the landscape. Okay. These new parents are trying to be friends instead of parents. Oh my God, Dan, we've been talking about that for a long time. But you know what I thought about, y'all? We got to be strategic. Y'all, I don't like them, but them Project 2025 people were strategic. But let me tell you who else was strategic. Them guys in the civil rights movement. They were just strategic too. Did y'all know they didn't pick Birmingham because it was the most oppressive city? Do you know that? Show you how smart these people are. And the reason I'm giving you these jewels, because we need to start thinking like this. Chuck, Lakeisha, Eric. Did y'all know they didn't pick Birmingham because it was the most oppressive city? With more, no. They picked it because they needed someone who would react. And the reaction would trigger the rest of America. These dudes had a plan. We just look, people get beat, dog biting people, and all that. That was all part of the plan. But Robert, don't be playing it. Man, sometimes in wars, we have casualties in wars. That was a war. And then what happened next became the playbook of what I call strategic confrontation. Y'all need to mark that word down. Strategic confrontation. See, I told you he had read the book from Adam Clayton Powell. Chuck, it's about to get better. Chuck, I told you he read the book Marching Black from Adam Clayton Powell. Adam Clayton Powell wrote that book in 1944. But before Birmingham, Martin Luther King, that team, they tried to do the bus boycott in Albany, Georgia first. See, they ain't gonna tell you all that, right? But the police chief there stayed calm. Quiet arrest, no drama, no images, no national outrage. And then that campaign died. See, you know how we try this one project and it quit. Well, we ain't gonna do that no more. We try this and it don't know. We quit. We tried it, yes, sir. And Paul, we tried it and we quit. I partnered with him on a tournament. It didn't make no money. I quit. I partnered with him on something. It didn't make no. I quit. So Martin Luther King, they studied the failure. Don't quit. Study the failure. Study the failure. And the next move created history. Number one, knowing how to pick your right opponent or your enemy. You got an opponent in business, you got an enemy in business, you got an opponent in business, you got to learn how to pick your right opponent or your right enemy. Right? Y'all, Birmingham's commissioner of public safety happened to be Mr. Bull Connor. If you don't know that rotten motherfucker, I don't know where you been. If you don't know his rotten ass, I don't know where you been. If the black person don't know who that rotten ass do, you better Google him right now. So, Bull Connor was loud. Now, you remember the other police guy in Albany, Georgia? He was quiet. Bull Connor is loud, aggressive, and predictable. They knew that he wouldn't stay calm. Martin Luther King now. JFK said that Bull Connor helped the movement as much as Abraham Lincoln did. Watch this. They need an opponent who would reveal the system by aggressively defending it. The takeaway here, y'all, is what assumptions normal competitor would reveal himself by pushing back on you. But choosing your enemy is just the beginning. Martin Luther King, they use timing as leverage. They call it Project C. It wasn't Project 2025, it was Project C. C for what? Confrontation. They launched the Montgomery boycott. April the 3rd, 1963, right before Easter. Well, Mr. Robert, why is Easter so significant? It's the second biggest shopping season of the year then. Wow. So you had an economic boycott plus a moral crisis. Maximum pressure at maximum visibility. I'm speaking to some young person right now. You hear a lot about timing, right? But timing is mostly when your enemy is vulnerable and when your audience is ready to care. It's less about when you're ready. So when you study the calendar, look to see when attention is already guaranteed and emotions are high. And when when resistance from an opponent looked the worst. It's like producing a perfect album. You have to know your crescendo. We talk a lot about content strategy sometimes. I talk about content strategy, but they documented they documented everything and use it to turn to the wider public. Overseas, they can see it. Everything. They didn't just march and go home and chill. They invited cameras in. So when Bull Connor reacted how they thought and knew he was going to react, because what I say, loud, boisterous, and you follow me? Confrontational. They tried this in Albany, Georgia, y'all. It didn't work because that sheriff up there, he was, yeah, cool. Bull Connor, oh, hell no. So when Bull Connor reacted the way that they thought he was going to react and turned the fire hoses and the dogs on them children, and those images went worldwide. The opposition's brutality became the movement's most persuasive argument. I didn't even have to tell y'all how bad and ignorant this stuff is down here. He's showing you. He's loud. He's aggressive. He's predictable. They invited in them cameras. They used Bull Connor to convince the rest of the modern America. That's when they invoked the action. Them people start calling. Wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. They take away. The takeaway here, y'all, is sometimes you got to let your critics make your case for you. Because critics will give you evidence that you cannot make up. Sometimes the best strategy is avoiding confrontation. Excuse me. Sometimes the best strategy is not avoiding confrontation, isn't avoiding confrontation, it's a confrontation. It's picking the right enemy. See, we picked the wrong enemy first. We picked that guy in Albany, Georgia. He didn't fall for it. We had to find somebody who's going to react like Bull Connor. And that enemy can be anything. An emotion, a trend, a health hazard, a moment, a movement, a system. Study, my young people, study what it takes to turn a vision into reality and the strategy and the belief underneath it. And I was just thinking about that. Because you can learn about how to actually get people to take action by studying history. The right enemy. I'm always looking for what the enemy of what of what I'm going to do if I'm taking action. Before I take action, I want to know who I'm going against. And sometimes, y'all, and the enemy is not the most obvious. It's 95% more nuanced and deeper than the eyes can see. That's why you got to study. You study this period. These people were brilliant, man. How many of y'all heard of Bayard Rustin? Vanessa, I'm sorry, baby. I just got to you. Let me put your thing on the screen because I was talking. She said, as a society, we have shifted away from the concept of delayed gratification, the effects we can see in sports beyond. The presence of adversity, accountability, and absence of ease nowadays is an indication that something is wrong. Instead, that girl done wrote a novel on me, of being embraced as part of the process of being developed and grow. Absolutely. Absolutely, Vanessa. And I was thinking about sports parents, and I was a sports parent. Um, I guess I will always be. Vanessa, a lot of this stuff wasn't happening when my son was coming. It probably was happening. I didn't depend on the system. And that when I come on here, I try to talk to the parents and tell them not to depend on the system. But Robert, how's my son gonna get seen? If his ass can play, he can just play in high school and he gonna get seen. And if he plays real, real good, guess what? Them people y'all been chasing after, they gonna come chase after you. Quit chasing the hype. I know some. These parents brag. I mean, my y'all want to be the first one to tell me my son this and my son my son D1. My son my son D1. My daughter T2. I'm 2 D1 for y'all. My son this and my son and it's okay. But it makes the other parents, The other parent let him. Your son just didn't make it. But he played on the same summer team that they played on, and they in the NBA. And y'all, I done had these conversations before. I'm not playing with y'all. I've had these conversations with mom. But Robert, he had 20 points on that guy, and he went to Oklahoma. Why I ain't got those looks? Just because you hit 20 on him, don't mean you finna go to Oklahoma like he is. And parents, I don't know how y'all gonna do it, but y'all got to agree. You know what I did? All I did was man, I ain't gonna lie. I put so much in my son. I put so much in me and his mom went together, but I put so much in his head. And I hate to say program, but I gave him so much information that if somebody came against that information that I gave him, it was like he gonna kick it out. You know how they got some of these systems, some of these things. You try to put a virus in there, and you know like McAfee and all the virus people. You know you try to put a virus on my Mac, and that Mac kicking it out. I put so much in him. Anybody else was saying something, it was just he might take a look at it, but he said, "Dad, what?" I said, "Okay," and then I come back with something else. But and I know Pat. But my, unless your wife plays sports, unless your wife been through that same thing, and all of that, I always listen to the mamas because the mamas knows best. So I didn't tell him not to listen to his mom, but he was smart enough to say, "Look, I'm going to seek wise counsel on my academics. I use both my mom and my dad. For other stuff, I use my mom. But in this particular sense, I got to use my dad. Dad, what should I do?" But you got to put something in them now. But somebody sent me this, and I'm gonna share with y'all this for these last 15 minutes, and hope we can get something out of this. He said they was talking about parents are burning through cash on private basketball trainers because you know what's going on out here. They think development requires a credit card, and this guy said it doesn't. I'm just giving information. These are not my words. I got this information I want to share with y'all, and let's talk about it. He said the best academy in the world is your driveway or your local park. Parents need to see all levels beyond high school basketball. And that's why I do this, Eric. This is why I do this. This is why I come on this show and talk about this. Man, this stuff is hard, man. It's harder now. But only thing I keep trying to tell y'all, I didn't focus on what team you gonna play on. Man, me and that little boy was in the YMCA. We was at his school in the morning before an hour and a half before his school started, since middle school. And after they finished practice, we go get another workout at Westside Tennis Club. I had the advantage. I had the advantage of having relationships that I can go to Westside Tennis Club anytime I want to. That's what I'm finna talk about probably here. I could go in there anytime I want to. I had a coach in middle school that said, "Man, I get here early, man, anyway. Bring him. Get him some work in." Somebody said, well, the root doesn't fall far from the tree. They said 44% of U.S. population reads below the sixth grade level. Children model what they see and expect what you expect. Wow. But let me keep going. Dude, he wrote this article, and I ain't trying to give him no prop. I just want to take his words and let's cut down some of these words. He said, here's the evidence of why you need to go old school. He said, driveway hoop development. It's called going old school. He said the private training trap. And my son had private training. One with John Lucas, going to John Lucas' lab, I don't call that private training because there's 100 people in there. But we had this, I told you, we had this one guy, and he was going to, him and Rashid Suleiman was working out for this guy. So they was going in and getting it in. So one day I'm telling him I'm leaving, and I said, man, I got to go to ATM. I got to go back. He said, why you got to go back? I said, I got to take him some money. He said, you paid him for that? He's a little young boy, teenager. I said, yeah. He said, Dad, I don't give him no more money. You give me that money. He said, he don't teach me nothing. I'd rather you teach me. He said, you teach me more than I done learned in here. But I just got tired of teaching my son. You know what I'm saying? I got tired of correcting him, man. I just wanted to love him. Because if you're going to do it my way, you're going to do it right. And that's the pact we made. I made him sign it. That's the pact we made. But keep on going. It's called the dude says it's called a private training trap. He said, we pay for sterile environments. Cones are static. Air does not play defense. Block practice is where a child repeats a move 50 times on air creates a false confidence. It looks good in drills, but fails in a chaotic game. Then he talked a little bit extensive about the private training trap. He said he called it the anxiety tax. Parents are spending thousands on private coaching out of fear their child is falling behind. The sterile environment. Most private training happens in quiet gyms with cones and no defenders, a dead environment. Then a reality check. Block practice, doing the same drill 50 times on air looks good on Instagram, but rarely transfer to the chaos of a real game. I never forget, I'm sitting in, we were some city. Ron Harper was with us. Ron Harper, the son of that played with Michael Jordan, he was with us and a few guys. We sitting there and talking. I'll never forget it. That's why I had to mention his name. I wasn't trying to name, but I had to mention his name. And because he said he used to go to these ABCD camps, right? And say he came up against Sean Miller. Sean Miller was all on video and on Johnny Carr, all these places. He could dribble with two balls and do all this dribbling. He said he couldn't wait. He took the ball from his ass every time and said, dude, these ain't no cones, right? You going around me. You got to go around me. I'm taking your ball and dunking on your ass every time. That's the kind of attitude you got to have if you playing basketball, y'all. I'm just telling you, mama. I ain't telling you your son got to be no thug, but to play this game, it's a violent, it's a physical game. It's going to be kill or be killed. He said Sean Miller, just Google Sean Miller from when a little kid. He used to dribble all them balls and got the dribbling, and Ron Harper said he couldn't wait to get him in, get in some of this heat. Get out of them sterile ass environments. He said, that's what I have been with my youngest son, Robert. I just wanted to love him instead of coaching him. Oh yeah. I just want to be his dad. But I wasn't gonna let him not be able to. And now hold up now. He told me he wanted to be good at basketball. So I said, okay, all right now, dude. I'm gonna be on you now. I'm gonna be hard now. All right. I said, don't be putting your mom in our business now. Well, she ain't never, she ain't never played nothing. Let's stay out of this. So the dude said, he looked at South American soccer. He said some of the most creative players in history did not grow up with private trainers. They grew up playing self-organized games, uneven surfaces, and no coaching forced them to adapt and create. Chaos teaches better than correction. Then he says it's called the Samba style secret. He says South American evidence. Some of the world's most skilled soccer players didn't start with private trainers. They started on the streets and the parks of South America. The street teacher, uneven surfaces. That ball, the concrete, the crack in the ground. You got to handle that thing because you got to anticipate where it's gonna where it's gonna go. Uneven surfaces and tight spaces and parks and streets force them to develop touch and creativity, mamas, naturally. Then trial and error. They learn through exploration and free play, not through robotic correction from an instructor. I used to take that little bitty boy to the YMCA to play against these grown men. And they were knocking his little ass down, and he was getting back up, and they was knocking him down, and he was getting back up. Daddy can't help you. You just got to get out there and play. He wouldn't quit. He always said, I ain't quit. I wasn't built like that. Trial and error, they learn. See, science, they said, this guy, he said, science backs the concrete. Science is behind the concrete. He said, ecological dynamics show that skills are solutions to environmental problems. Oh my God, dude. He said, a static gym offers no problems to solve. Boy, I'm giving y'all should be paying for this. The wind, the sun, the rough surface of the driveway or the park could create variable learning environments that builds robust skills. They said the science favors the concrete, ecological, dynamic. Science tells us skills are solutions to problems in the environment, not choreographed movements in a vacuum. Preconception action coupling. You cannot separate seeing the opportunity from making a move. Sean Miller can do all of this, but when Ron Harper got in front of him, he ripped him every time because Sean Miller had that little perfect little environment. The driveway advantage, the court at your local park offers more valuable learning conditions than a perfect hardwood court. Parents, stop rebounding for their ass. The best role you can be is the defender. The best role you can be is the defender. Play at 50% intensity. Your outstretched arm provides realistic visual picture or constraint that forces your child to make a decision. The cone don't do this. I used to block his damn shot so much, I think he said that ain't fair. Yeah, no, it ain't fair. I didn't know all of this. I was just doing it, y'all. I'm just going by with this. This is man information. This ain't mine. He said, be a partner, not a critic. Mark Bryant told me that. He used to come to a West Side Tennis Club a lot. He used to see me in there with my son, just sending him through drill. He said, no, Robert, you get in the drill with him. You participate. Be a partner. Stop rebounding. Don't stand on the rim and pass. The best thing a parent can do is play defense. The guided defense. Guard your child at 50% intensity. Wide work. Because, like I said earlier, your outstretched arm provides a realistic visual picture that forces them to make a decision a cone could never do that for them. How many minutes I got? 2 minutes. I'm going to give y'all just 2 more minutes and then I'm out. But use constraints, not commands. Instead of yelling instructions on form, set rules for them. Play one-on-one where you only left hand finish this count. Only left hand finishes count. The game enforces the rules, not you. This leads to self-organization, which is deepest form of learning. A lot of y'all teachers, rules teach kids better than words. Don't nag them on how to shoot. Set rules that force them to figure it out. The example, instead of saying, use your left hand, play a whole game, I just said, where the right hand layups just don't count. If anybody ever did, the outcome, the game forces the skill development through self-organization, saving you from being the nosy and the noisy parent. They get tired of us. And then I want you to compare your return on investment. Private training is high cost and often low transfer. Driveway hoops is zero cost and high transfer. Beyond the skill, you are building a relationship with your child through play rather than sitting in a car waiting on him to end a lesson. Return on investment. Private trainer costs a lot of money. Sterile environment, false confidence, drill mastery. Driveway hoop, zero cost, chaotic, real environment, real game, IQ, adaptability. The hidden benefit, instead of sitting in the car waiting for the lesson, you are building a lifelong bond with your child through play. Give y'all another minute. I'm going to add another minute. Stop outsourcing development, this guy said. You do not need to pay for results. You need a ball. You need a hoop. You need some time. Struggle, play, and fun are the best teachers. Go outside and play until the street light come on. Save money, build players. And the verdict, the anxiety that you aren't doing enough without paying for the lesson, that's a myth. The solution, develop happens through struggle, play, fun, not expensive drills. You're called to action, grab a ball, go outside, and play one-on-one till the street lights come on. I told my son, never forget, ain't nowhere in the world you should miss no free throw. He was 90, 50, 40. When you got a basketball goal in your backyard or in your driveway, you can't be missing no free throws, dude. You're a point guard. You can't miss now. But that's it, y'all. I loved it. He said, somebody sent me a message, said, many these parents so out of shape, they not getting no work in with their kids. Notice I said 50%. You ain't got to go hard. Just be in his damn way. Make him adjust to something. Damn, Wimby done backwards on old Josh Kobe. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. I had fun with y'all this week. Hey, wait a minute now. Who going up to Prairie View? TSU versus Prairie View this weekend. The women at 2. The men's right after. Chuck. The women at 2. The men, yeah, the women at 2, the men right after. Okay. All right. See y'all. And then, and do me a favor, go to KTSU, download the app, or if it's on your radio in the car, if you're driving that time of day, go check it out. And so you can hear me and Jay Holloway on the call, man. We getting there, man. We getting there. It's a little bit different without my man Chatterbox, but we trying to work our way through. Oh my God, man, y'all didn't tell me that women threw KD stuff up out of there last night. Oh, I can't wait to go look at this game. But I'm out of here, y'all. I'll see y'all on Monday. But go TSU. What else happening this weekend? Anything else happen? Y'all got anything? All right. Well, I'm out of here. Let me find that button. Bye.